Oh, good evening. Hans Conried here, but only just. I was delayed at the monthly meeting of the Fractured Flickers fan club. Many of you have written to ask what you have to do to become a member of the Fractured Flickers fan club. Well, it's easy. Buy a fan.
1, 2.
Before we begin our program tonight, I'd like you to meet one of the all-time greats of the entertainment world. A man whose ability to laugh at padlocks and iron bars has won him the titles of the Handcuff King and the new Houdini. A man whose dexterity in getting out of tight places is a show business legend. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's greatest escape artist, Mr. Fred Miller. Where'd he go?
From Muncie, Indiana, it's 5,000 Mile Speedway Classic featuring 5,000 of the nation's top drivers. Saturday night at the auto races is brought to you by Nick Fanny's Gyms. Lose inches the Fanny way. Sniles Bumbershoots. Let a snile be your umbrella. Captain Hook's Chewing Tobacco. The tobacco that chews you. And General Hectic, where progress used to be our most important product. And this is Stretch Marks back at Muncie Speedway. While the time trials are going on, we'll take a few moments now to see how they prepare the cars for this big 5,000-mile classic. Here's some film showing a mechanic trying to locate the gas tank in one of the cars. Last year, they put the gas in the radiator and came in second. If they get it in the gas tank this year, they'll be a strong contender. Incidentally, folks, these films were made in Los Angeles. Ooh, isn't that exciting? Ladies and gentlemen, look at that car maneuver on the far turn. But I see it's race time. The cars are coming into position. And if they get the checkered flag, it'll be a start. They didn't get the checkered flag, but they're heading for the north turn anyway. Will they make it without mishap? Car number 6 is in the lead, folks, driven by the favorite, Skid Row. The reason he's the favorite is that he has an extra driver hidden under the dashboard. And there he is. Skid seems to have taken a wrong turn. He's off the track. No, he isn't. Now he's in the most dangerous part of the race, mainly because the owner of car number 10 is out there with a gun. Car number 6 is pulling in for a pit stop, so now, a word from our sponsor.
And here are the Chicken Surprise coffee shop singing chickens.
Oh, Chicken Surprise is the place to eat. We got chickens with heads and chickens with feet.
Yes, whether your preference is for chicken soup or for chicken under pan, it's always a surprise to eat at Chicken Surprise.
So the next time you're hungry, eat a Chicken Surprise.
We're back at the pit stop, and there seems to be a slight controversy over a tire change. Skid says it's flat. The pit boss says it isn't. While they're discussing the matter, Skid is losing that valuable lead. Yes, this may be car number 10's big opportunity. And here he comes. He's out in front, and the crowd is going wild. But wait a minute. He's pulling in for a pit stop. Skid Row is not only back in the race, he's in the lead. He's coming in at the finish line. And he wins. Saturday night at the auto races has been brought to you by RZA, makers of musical babysitters, and Riviera high chairs for summer, spring, or fall.
We are proud to acknowledge another award. The National Library Association has chosen Fractured Flickers as the television show that has done most to stimulate reading in the United States.
I'd like to say that we are extremely gratified at the critical response to Fractured Flickers. Everybody's been most kind. Well, almost everybody. And I'd like to take just a moment to read a portion of a review which appeared in a recent issue of a national magazine. It says, an extremely funny program which, by putting words into the mouths of famous personalities, makes them say ridiculous and idiotic things. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a review of Meet the Press.
Howdy, boys and girls. Welcome to Uncle Walt's Wonderful World. You know, a lot of you have written to ask how we take pictures of all the wild animals we have in our program. Well, they're all photographed right on the spot where they live in Uncle Walt's big backyard just off Highway 101 near Lompoc. Admission 50 cents. Yes. But they're brought there from darkest Africa. And tonight we're going to show all you boys and girls just how Uncle Walt brings them back alive. Of course, all wild animals want to come to Uncle Walt's place off Highway 101 near Lompoc, where they can live in a nice, comfy cage forever and ever. So, when they spot the special type vehicles that we drive on our expeditions coming over the horizon, a glad cry goes up over jungle and plain.
Run for your lives! The jig is up!
Head for the hills, George. The dam is busted.
Everybody into the pool!
Don't we like Uncle Walt, Mommy?
He's about as popular with us giraffes as a strep throat.
Uncle Walt says he's looking for a talented monkey for a new Tarzan picture. To play Tarzan's friend? No, to play Tarzan.
In the jungle, we choose our targets carefully. Usually, animals that can't run very fast. And then we capture them through the use of the most modern scientific methods.
Lasso his foot. Butterfingers.
And now let's see how just 200 men, armed only with rifles, clubs, spears, and poison bait, can capture a fierce, bloodthirsty killer ape. High in his treetop lair, the savage brute plots and schemes how to carry off women and children from the native village, which, as you know, they're always doing on our show.
Who, me?
Meanwhile, far below...
Okay, we got the tear gas ready. Now you guys spread out and pick up some rocks. Big rocks. Let's keep the Tommy guns out of camera range.
Sensing our presence somehow, the huge hulking beast tries to escape by leaping lightly from tree to tree. Fortunately, this one loses his nerve at the last minute.
Oh, gee willikers.
In just a few minutes, as the anxious hunters watch closely, he has retreated to the very tippy-top of the tree, where he waits, snarling defiance.
There I go, bye, baby, in the treetop.
This is the chance us fearless hunters have been waiting for. Expertly, we slip a noose around his, now we skillfully loop his, Now the ape grabs a rope and gets his hand caught in it. After that, it's only a matter of hours till the fearsome jungle killer is caught by dozens of ropes. Now begins the subtly skillful routine of persuading him to leave his treetop lair. Gently yet firmly, we hunters draw him into the open. Savagely, he battles his fate, roaring defiance to the world. It's a nip-and-tuck struggle with murderous cunning and brute strength pitted against intelligence and scientific know-how. Now the ape is out of the tree and at his most dangerous. However, in just a few minutes, the jungle demon is shot with drug pellets, choked into submission, and made ready for his long journey. In almost half the cases, the beast survives the trip to the river, and shortly we are headed downstream for the long rowing trip to Uncle Walt's big backyard just off Highway 101 near Lompoc, which is known among animals as Animal Heaven.
boy!
And now to all the little nephews and nieces of my big TV family, bye-bye from Uncle Walt. Well, that ought to hold the little stinkers for tonight.
Now viewing the early efforts of filmmakers with all their crudities and imperfections, how refreshing to see a production utilizing the latest techniques of lighting, acting, editing, and sound recording. A real triumph in this medium of the arts. In short, the commercial. Bravo. Tonight it is my particular delight to be able to present to you on our Fractured Flickers penetrating interview one of the stars of the most famous and talked about motion pictures in history. I'm speaking, of course, about the film version of Cleopatra. The star who is with us this evening is a gentleman who's won the hearts of theater and movie audiences for much the greater part of his young life. Tonight, bearded like the pod, solely for professional purposes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roddy Mcdowell.
Thank you very much, Hans. I'm delighted to be here.
The making of Cleopatra must have been quite an experience, Rod.
Oh, to say the least, Hans. However, I think I can say without contradiction that the picture itself has justified all the furore and publicity. Don't you agree?
Well, I couldn't agree more. As a matter of fact, I thought that Theda Bara did the best acting work in her entire career.
Theda Bara?
Of course, Dustin Farnham was great, too.
Dustin Farnham.
Mr. McDowell, I appreciate your modesty concerning the picture, but I can assure you it's quite all right to mention the other stars.
Hans, the Cleopatra I was in starred Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, you mean that child who was introduced in National Velvet, the one who draws chipmunks? What kind of casting is that, D.W. Griffith? Must be mad.
Yes, well, Liz has grown up a little in the past 15 years, you know.
Well, I suppose it's possible. So they made another Cleopatra, huh?
Yes.
As I hadn't heard.
You hadn't heard.
Who played Mark Antony? Freddie Bartholomew or Jackie Sir?
Neither of them, Hans. It was Richard Burton.
Who?
Richard Burton.
Burton.
No, really, Hans, you know, I'm amazed that you haven't heard about it. After all, it was the most expensive movie ever made.
Now I know you're pulling my leg, Roddy. Everybody knows that Intolerance was the most expensive picture of all time. You know, that cost $4 million.
Well, I hate to put you down like this, Hans, but in today's Hollywood, $4 million wouldn't even make a good Charlie Chan movie.
Well, no one ever has.
Where have you been lately?
Well, I do have to spend quite a lot of time in our film vaults looking at old footage.
Oh, I see. Does that account for your pale complexion?
Well, of course not. No, I'm just naturally fair.
But still, in a way, I must say I envy you, Hans.
Oh, you do?
Yes, you must get to see most of the really great films that way.
Oh, you're so right, Rod.
Why, just yesterday I had the pleasure of seeing again that all-time masterpiece, Ben-Hur.
Oh, I wish I could have been with you. Wasn't Raymond Navarro marvelous?
Ramon Navarro? You mean Charlton Heston?
What are you talking about? It was Ramon Navarro and Francis X. Bushman.
Well, it was Charlton Heston and Stephen Boyd.
I know the cast of Ben-Hur. I tell
No, one moment, please. Can we roll our next flicker, please? We'll be back in a moment. Are you out of your mind? It was Heston and Boyd.
No, Navarro and Bushman.
It's Alaska at the height of the gold rush, and our hero has just struck it rich. Okay, roll 'em. Good. Maury, that's supposed to be gold in the pan, Maury. It's Polaroid stock. Yeah, that's the same thing. Now the claim jumpers enter. Who's the girl? Oh, Francine, honey. I'm sorry, but it's an all-male cast in this picture. No girls. All right. Now you show the forged deed to Rock. And can we have a nice close-up of the deed? That's a dog license, Maury. I wish you wouldn't borrow things from the Rin Tin Tin show, Maury. All right. Claim jumpers, exit. Good. And Rock, you follow them. Sorry about the part, Francine. The long shot of the town. Maury, is that an Alaskan town? Is that Francine in a wig? No, it really is an all-male cast, sweetie. Maury, let's go to the snowstorm. Snowstorm, Maury. You couldn't find the artificial snow. All right, let's pick up Rock in the claim jumper's office. Now, fellas, you know, every picture about Alaska has to have a big fight scene in it, so I want to see you really mix it up in there. All right, Rock, first, you insult him. I guess that's all right. And Clyde, you agree to fight him. Good. Now, will you... now, wait a minute. Wait, who's that on the set? You can't, all right, Clyde. You tell Rock you refuse to fight anybody who's wearing a girdle. And Rock, you throw it away. Well, I guess we're all set. 1, 2, 3, begin. Good. Now you bite him, Rock. Fine. Can we have the bit with a paper knife? It's only rubber, Clyde. Be sure you don't bend it. Now wait, Maury, who is that? That's Francine with a beard, isn't it? Never mind, fellas. Keep it rolling, please. Gee, I guess that knife wasn't rubber after all. That's a good one on me. Maury tells me that we have a breakaway chair. So, Clyde, will you help Rock with the breakaway chair? Oh, sorry, Rock. Maury, that wasn't a breakaway chair. What? Oh, you said breakaway table. Sorry, Clyde. Now, over to the closet, fellas. That's it. And Clyde, you climb up on top. Try it again, Clyde. Nice try. Anyway, we can... Oh, please, Francine, take your moo-moo and get off the set. Can we keep Francine away from the makeup table, Maury? All right, fellas, we're battling for the gun now. That's it. Fellas, the action seems a little bit slow. Can we pick it up? Not you, Francine, no. Oh, dear. Don't stop the fight. Into the next room. That's it. Maury, you said you were going to keep Francine away from the makeup table. Oh, all right, honey. We'll write in a part for you. Now, fellas, I want you to really swing at each other. Well, not with, Maury, I think we found the artificial snow. Now you go down the outside staircase. What happened to the outside staircase, Maury? The Rin Tin Tin people, Maury. All right, into the dance hall, fellas. Can you people show a little more interest? It's a good fight. People, you in the back there. Maury, I told you not to use real dice on those tables. No, Clyde. Rock's supposed to win. That's it. Fine. Now you run to tell your friends all about your triumph. And they, Oh, come on, fellas. What is it, Maury? Oh, that isn't Francine with a beard? It's, we got a little problem, Maury. Yeah, how can we possibly clean up this whole picture? Well, yeah, Maury. Maybe you're right.
All right, then it's all settled. It was Ramon Heston and Francis X. Boyd.
That is the weirdest compromise I ever made.
Nice of you to say so. And our thanks for being with us this evening. Good night, Roddy McDowell.
Oh, and no hands. Elmo Lincoln. Good night.
We have just learned that the inmates of Boulder State Prison have rioted and that they are holding Warden J.R. Schlechter prisoner and making him watch the Fractured Flicker show. Nice to have you with us, Warden. They're above nothing, aren't they? And men, if he was as cruel as reports indicated, you're really in luck. This next little tidbit is the kind of payoff you've dreamed of for him for years.
I know he's in there. I can hear him breathing. Hey, you know how to catch an elephant, Gumbari?
Yeah, sit under a tree and make a noise like a peanut. Get out of here, will you?
Someday I gonna stomp him. Brr, Marone, this is shoe crazy weather for July.
Achtung, students! You know why the elephant is wearing blue tennis shoes? Because his pink ones is in the laundry. Ha, ha! Very well, sit down. We're gonna have a 2-hour exam. Next time, you'll laugh.
I'm gonna catch him this time. Hey, Gumbari, I keep forgetting there's no door. Hey, here's a new one. You know why elephants have flat ears?
Yeah, from wearing their cowboy hats too tight. Now go away, will you?
That's right. Next time I'm gonna try a bluebird joke. That's what we call the switcheroo.
You know what I think about elephant jokes?
Sweetie, you know how to tell the difference between one elephant and 2 eggs?
No, I don't, Cuddles.
Then I sure won't ever send you to get 2 eggs. Oh, Mama was right about him.
Hey, Gumbari. Meet me over by the window. Ooh, I gonna catch him this time. Ha ha. Hey, you know what is the most dangerous animal in the world?
Yeah, a bluebird with a machine gun.
Ooh, you know, if he wasn't my best friend, I'd stop coming by so often.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And for my first joke, do you know why an elephant has such a long tail? So he can wrap it around a daisy and hang himself over a cliff. Gee, you people ought to be embalmed.
We don't have much time, darling, but I wanted you to know. Do you know how to get 6 elephants into a Volkswagen?
No. How do you?
3 in the front seat and 3 in the back.
Get out of here. I've heard all the elephant jokes I can stand.
Sir, you know why elephants have baggy knees? From playing too many marbles. Sir, you know how to keep an elephant from charging? You take away his credit card. Sir, you know why elephants trumpet? Because they have such a hard time playing the piano. Oh, dear, it's so hard to start a trend in this town.
You've been telling elephant jokes without a license again?
Me?
I like elephant jokes.
Me too. Come on, I'll tell you a naughty one.
Hey, Gumbari. 5 get you 10, I get a brush off. What I tell you. Hey, here's the one you haven't heard. You know why elephants got it trunks?
Because they can't afford glove compartments. If you come around here again, I'm going to call a cop.
Well, what are you gonna do? Either you got a sense of humor or you don't. What could be funnier than an elephant joke?
Well, I like people jokes myself.
Remember, most accidents happen around the home, so be extra careful when you leave the house this morning. Thank you very much.
Say, if you'd like to have a full half-hour film of fractured flickers for your club or organization, simply send your name and address and $25,000 to Fractured Flickers Enterprises, Box 86, Hollywood, California.
1, 2.
is Hans Conrad saying goodnight for Fractured Flickers and leaving you with just this one question. How do I get out of this little circle?